The Hauraki Big Show. Thanks to crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Welcome. This is big. To the Hauraki Big Show. Really big. With Jason Hoyte, Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this moody Friday afternoon, the 23rd of May, 2025. And you, my friends, as always, listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Serving good times and good food. Dine in or take away at Reburger today.
Reburger.
I'm hungry.
Reburger.
You know what I love about Fridays, Mogey?
What's that, man?
It's Reburger Day for Hoyte J.
Hang on, I thought you already had it this week.
Yeah, but it's definitely locked in every Friday. You know
It's
what
any
I'm saying?
day that ends in Y, eh, Hoyte J?
Well, sometimes it feels like that, for sure. How you going, you stallion?
Going pretty grouse, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. It's Friday. I'm not sad about it. Happy to crack into the weekend there and big show ahead today, fellas.
Massive.
God, we've got a big show today.
Huge show. Obviously got
Bloody
the Friday
hell.
Throbber. We've also got a massive update on the 4x100 metre relay.
Can I just say that we went and had our first training run today?
Yeah.
And
So I'll give you a bit of an update
we'll
on
do
that.
next.
And as a result of that, I do feel very nauseous. But, Keyzie, how you going, you mad bastard?
I'm going great, fellas. I've obviously got the big show. We've done a bit of training, which was
Yeah.
fun, just down at the park there with the runners on, getting about with the fellas. Flying to Christchurch tonight, playing golf tomorrow. Life's good, man.
Oh,
How good.
man.
And you bought a new driver today. How exciting.
Well, actually, a bit of an update on the golf club situation. We'll probably get into that later on.
Yeah, save it.
Sure.
Save it.
That's going to be a gem.
Yes.
Hey, now it is a Friday after... It is a Friday afternoon, so Frat Out Shy Days.
3483.
yeah,
If you want to give a shout out to anyone, you'll go in the draw for a $50 Reburger voucher.
And if you got a talk back, hit us up on the iHeartRadio app, go to Radio Hauraki, and there was a little microphone there. Send us a lovely message, would you? We miss you.
Just do it.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Stone Temple Pilots here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon, 11 minutes past 4 o'clock. I believe we've got a couple of Frat Out Shy Days, Keyzie.
That's right. That's Shout Out Friday, but once, like a year ago, Jase said it wrong.
Yes.
So now they're called Frat Out Shy Days. Frat Out to Paddy Brosnan, a.k.a. Mustang Sally. 100th Premier game for the Pleasant Point Mud Dogs tomorrow.
Oh, Mud Dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, how good.
Yeah.
Mud Dogs.
Frat Out to old Schneids. Absolute creep, and he's just knocked out his apprenticeship.
It's a proud day, man. I remember
Really
when I
proud.
got my apprenticeship.
Oh,
so
wow.
good.
What'd you get yours in?
Sinking piss and being a backbone. they put it on the back of my birth certificate.
Hell yes.
Yeah, good stuff, mate.
That's so
good
cool, man.
stuff.
One more here. Frat Out Shy Day to the backbones of the University Slugs footy team. Huge game tomorrow.
Another great name. What was that? The University Slugs.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
Mud Dogs.
I'm loving it.
Great stuff. Now listen up, New Zealand.
Yeah, listen up.
As you'll know, we've got a bit of a competition going with the breakfast show at the moment, the 4x100 relay. Breakfast versus drive.
That's right. So you've got myself, Mogey, Hoyte J, and old Pug Son handing the baton around, running 400 metres against Mania Stewart, not Jeremy Wells because he's injured, G Lane instead.
Yeah.
Producer Zoe and also producer Jeremy, a.k.a. Ruder.
Yes.
They had a training earlier in the week. They have been taught how to hand the baton around by Jeremy Wells, who's an expert on the
He is.
subject.
Yes.
We hadn't done any sort of training, so today we thought we'd meet up early and just at least see if we can run 100 metres.
Have a blowout.
Have a blowout. Well, I say all of us. Jase has got a wrecked back.
Yeah.
So you ran, 30 metres? And I wouldn't call that running.
I would say 50.
Okay, well, Jase ran 50 metres. Let's say Jase ran 50 metres.
Let's say you did.
Yeah, let's say I did.
Okay, we'll say you did.
Yeah, and as I said at the start of the show, I feel very nauseous because of it.
Can I... What was your running outfit, man? What did you run in?
I had my slip-ons,
He had slip-on shoes,
my black jeans,
Yeah,
tight,
it's tight.
jeans,
and my hoodie.
and
Yes.
a hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the time we were there, you were smoking.
And I had a durry, while I was running.
Yeah, and then I chose to reveal to you guys that I had also suffered an injury because, you know, Keyzie, you've been putting the pressure on for us to do some training. Jase hasn't wanted to do any. I wanted to do some just to make sure I wasn't going to break down, but as a result of the training, I ended up injuring my foot So sort of where your right foot lands beneath, I don't know what it's called, but beneath the big toe there. So that hurts like a bastard. So what we've decided, Jason and I think we all agree, is that moving forward, no more training.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just going to
Roll the dice on the day. But I think we're good enough to be close enough.
100%.
And I think what's so tempting about this whole thing is the reward is so good.
Yes.
That's right.
So the jeopardy here is the loser has to do both the radio shows on whatever day, hopefully next Friday. So that is, if breakfast lose, they have to do breakfast and drive on that day, and vice versa for us. So the prospect of that just means I'm all in.
Can I just say, you mentioned an interesting word there, Mogey. Jeopardy.
Yes.
And I'm feeling a huge weight on my shoulders regarding this race, that if we don't succeed, old Hoyte J is going to be under the gun.
Well, everyone listening right now knows if we don't win, they'll know what the reason is.
Well,
or other than injury.
I disagree, because I think the winning of the race has to be done before the baton gets to Jase. If we do our job, Jase should be sweet. So we have to give him every opportunity to win. I think putting the weight of the world on Hoyte J would be unfair. The weight needs to sit on the entire team.
Yeah, my heart's already struggling as it is. Can I just say that old Pugsan, a.k.a. the Bullet, boy, oh boy, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Very fast.
Hello.
Because he's about 6'5", and he's got long arms and legs, and when he gets them moving...
Gets those levers moving.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
A lot quicker than I thought, which is good, so he's made me a lot more confident. However, you being injured and refusing to run, Mogey now being injured as well, it's really dampening my confidence. However, I think we need to accept this bet. They were calling us cowards on the show this morning because we needed to train first before we could accept the bet.
Yeah,
so
they said that from a position of having trained first and then laying down the challenge.
That's right. So I think we just accept the bet, stop them calling us cowards, and then we just roll the dice next week, and hopefully none of us are injured.
Yeah.
So we'll do that next day. We'll send them a message.
So good. Keep those frout outs coming in too on 3483, because we love them on a Friday. In the meantime, is the Killers.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Queen there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time 4:22. A few more frout outs there, Keyzie, on 3483.
Yeah, this has turned into a bit of a frout out my sports team, please situation.
Right, okay.
Someone here on 3483 is requesting that we unshout out the Slugs and instead shout out Suburbs under 85's Redbacks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I hope all these teams are entering our competition.
What competition? Team Spirit.
Team Spirit,
Yes,
mate.
thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, go to hauraki.co.nz. You could win $1,000 thanks to Super Liquor. We're also going to be calling someone to give away $1,000 later.
That's right.
Tonight,
Hey,
actually.
just before you... My foot's really cramping up badly. Is that normal?
Yeah, it sounds like you've got probably it's going to fall off.
Okay, cool.
That's all good though, man. Frout out to Francis Tanavusa, a.k.a. Frankie. 150 Premier games for the mighty Hutt Old Boys Marist Eagles.
Ah,
He's almost 50.
how good.
What a legend.
So good.
And then
My lungs are really hurting. Is that really normal as well?
if you've had 1,000 darts, then yes. And one final one. This is from a guy called Creep in Tauranga. Wants me to shout out to Gret and Marist. I will not, because Gret and Marist are the worst club in all of Tauranga.
Yeah, good on you, man.
Yeah,
Your
hell yeah,
backbone.
baby.
So, fellas, we're going to accept the challenge from breakfast. Should we
Yeah.
send them a message?
That's right. We are accepting their bet, which was if we beat them at the 4x100 metre relay, we will not have to work one Friday afternoon, and they'll have to do their show and then ours. Let's send a little transmission.
Big Nips Keyzie. Backbone. My wife. Pugson. Massive honker. Midnight steamer. Backbone.
Incoming transmission from the Big Show. Yeah, g'day, fellas. It's the Big Show here. Just to let you know the good news, the Big Show is accepting your challenge.
Yeah. We just needed to go and run and check that we could actually run 100 metres.
Yeah, that was the big thing, wasn't it, fellas? And, there were a few things revealed in that.
Yeah, well, for one, you refused to run further than 30 metres because your back is knackered.
Yeah, my back's really sore.
Well,
Actually, my hip's hurting too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
And then also I've got, turns out, from training, because Keyzie was banging on about us training, so I trained and then I got injured training. So what it boils down to is we are not going to do any more training.
Yeah, we're just going to...
And we're going to turn up on the day, whenever that is. We don't know, do we?
They'll be playing this on Monday morning, so I'd say it'll be later this week, I assume.
Yeah.
Or
So-
next week.
Well, now it's next week, but they're playing this
on
Monday morning.
Yeah.
So this week.
I wonder if the Wales won. Hey, Minogue, can you call me now? Because I'm on Friday, and tell me if the Wales won, man.
And then we'll place a bet.
And then we'll put a bet on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But we accept your bet.
Yeah.
All right? See you on the Astro tip.
Yeah, man.
Where are we running?
At a track. See you on the track, fellas.
See you on the track.
Yeah.
Dirtbags.
Nice work, fellas.
That's good stuff.
That's good.
That is bloody
That's
good
how we
stuff.
do it.
Hey, coming up shortly, by the way, guys, I'm excited. What's on telly with old Mogey?
Oh, yeah!
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Red hot chili peppers there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time 35 minutes past 4 o'clock. Let's talk TV. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue? Yes. Yeah.
Seinfeld, man. How good is it?
Oh, don't.
So good. Fellas, I can't help it. I had to go and do a podcast last night. I got home at 9:30, and then it was bang, Seinfeld, man.
And it was good because this is interesting.
Serenity Now.
Was it that
the
one?
Episode? Yeah.
Frank
Costanza. Very funny. There's still some goodies in this season.
Well, that's the thing, right? Everyone talks about how season 9 Larry David had left.
No,
quite a
Larry
while
David's
ago.
back for season 9.
Oh, is he
was
back?
gone for, I think, 8.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so it still delivers.
Yeah, there's some gold in there. Really good. Jase, you'd love it, man.
I think the thing with Seinfeld is that the original finale of the entire series didn't go down very well.
No, that's right. It's like the Game of Thrones of the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What'd you watch, Hoyte Janus?
Well, my wife and I couldn't decide on something, and we went old school.
Oh, yeah.
And watched Country Calendar. And
If you say it was really great,
there was something really heartwarming about it.
Yeah.
And pleasing, and
Did it make you feel like you're part of the community?
yeah, made me feel that, exactly
Does it make
that.
you feel like you're one of the team of 5 million?
It sort of transported me back in time,
Yeah.
Mogey, to a
Simpler
different
time?
time. Yeah, simpler time.
Yeah.
And I really, genuinely enjoyed it.
what was the episode about?
It was Cherry Orchard.
No, your go-to, I know you're taking the piss because your go-to is a cherry picking situation.
What do you mean I'm taking
Whereabouts
the piss,
was
Keyzie?
it?
Oh, I can't remember the exact location, but
Well, they bang on about it usually,
I'm a big cherry fan. I don't know how you are with
You
cherries,
love a
Mogey.
cherry.
But fascinating
I
how
don't think
it all works.
Are you a New Zealander if you don't love a cherry, man?
I don't think you are.
Was it
Was
it one of the recent ones? Because there's been one where there's that farm down in Invercargill that does cherries, and it's all done by like robotic picking machines.
No, it wasn't that one.
It wasn't that one?
No.
Well, then you obviously haven't watched one. That's the only one that's happened recently.
Well, it wasn't a recent one, but I
it was an old one.
really enjoyed
Cool,
it,
man.
and it was.
Wait, how many buzzies?
Geez, I'm not joking. 4 3/4 buzzies.
Wow.
See, so is this what's on the telly has turned into? Mogey watching Seinfeld and Jase pretending.
You love Seinfeld, Chet.
Oh, I love it. And then Jase pretending to have watched something that I really like.
Are you saying that I didn't watch Country Calendar
I'm
last night?
saying that you're full of
Keyzie?
it. I'm saying you might have, but
And what were you?
No, I'm saying you might have watched the episode of Country Calendar. I don't think it was about cherries. I think that's made up. And I don't think you rate it 4 3/4 buzzies out of 5 because...
Jase, just out of interest, man,
Yes.
what were you eating while you were watching it?
Cherries, Mogey.
Are they even in season at the moment?
No, but we froze some.
Yarn.
How about you, Keyzie, man? What did you watch,
What did
man?
you watch?
Middle Bogan.
Upper Middle Bogan on Netflix. We're up to season 3, which is the final season. Still so many great references if you grew up in any kind of motorsport family. However, I have noticed the third season not as strong as the first two.
Sure.
But at this stage, I'm so invested in all the characters that I can happily watch it.
Yeah.
It's just not making me laugh out loud as much.
Yeah.
Can I just say, because you guys will know this, we're in the process of sort of doing our house up because we're
Yeah.
going to move and stuff. If any of you guys can recommend like a house reno kind of program or something like that, that'd be awesome.
You know what you could do is watch. Have you heard of Grand Designs? It can like give you some bold ideas.
Yeah, it's like rings a bell, Keyzie.
Yeah, maybe watch that, man.
What's that on?
It's on this new platform called Shove It Up Your Ass. By the way, if you entered Smells Like Team Spirit, we're going to be giving away that $1,000 next, so make sure you got your phone on, all right?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and
In
Keyzie.
excess there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Now, we've been running this great competition, Smells Like Team Spirit, where, thanks to our mates at Super Liquor, we're giving away $1,000, Mogey,
Yes.
to teams all around this great country of ours to do with what they will.
You're not wrong. It's bloody exciting. We've had a couple of champion winners these last couple of weeks, haven't we?
How stoked were they?
They're bloody stoked. We had old mate there that was part of a dodgeball team, which sounded like the biggest lie.
That was Dunedin, I think, dodgeball team.
And then the mate over there, hockey was the first week.
Hockey and Pukekohe.
Yeah, so who have we got this week, Keyzie? Who's it going to be, man?
Well, if you thought those guys were made up, see what happens is we do a lucky dip, right? We draw out a couple of names, then we go, what do we think's interesting?
Yeah.
Well, we certainly did this week, and we all decided that a pottery club is a great team that deserves $1,000.
Yeah. I think in exchange for the $1,000, they should send us something.
Some pottery.
Some Big Show themed pottery.
You know, one of the things I discovered about pottery over the last couple of weeks when we did our, our Night of Culture is how erotic pottery is.
Yes.
You know, you got the wet clay and your hands on there and the feeling and sensations.
Yeah.
So good. I was aroused.
Should we give Liz a call?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's give away some cash moolah.
Here we go.
It's ringing.
Thank God for that.
It's ringing. Shh.
Be quiet.
Hello.
Hello, is this Liz?
Yes, it is.
G'day, Liz. It's Hoyte, J, Mogey, and old Keyzie from the Radio Hauraki Big Show. How you going, Liz?
Great, thank you.
That's great. Hey, now, listen, Liz, I understand you have a pottery club.
Yes, we have.
Can you tell us about the pottery club, Liz? I see that it's in Ellesmere there. Beautiful part of the world.
Yes, it's in Leaston. It's been going for nearly 100 years.
Wow, okay.
Wow. Far out. And what do you, are we talking bowls and cups and things, or what do you guys usually make?
Mostly hand building, but we do have pottery wheels.
So you're making all sorts down there. If we were to give you $1,000 thanks to Super Liquor, what would you be putting the money towards?
Well, we need to re-roof our building, and we also need another potter's wheel. So,
Well, what if you promise to spend it on alcohol?
well, we would certainly have a few wines to celebrate.
Excellent.
And also,
You see, here's the thing, Liz. If you have a few wines to celebrate, you won't worry about the roof.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it'll be all G, Liz. Everything will be fine.
Actually,
we can just put some money towards some buckets and that'll do it.
Yeah, sweet.
Liz, because you're a pottery club, you could make like the terracotta roof tiles, and just re-roof it yourselves.
That has been suggested.
Hey, well, Liz, great news for you and your club there. You've just got yourself $1,000, all right?
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you very much.
No worries.
No worries, Liz.
The only thing there, Liz, is you're going to have to rename the club the Hauraki Big Show building.
Sure, that wouldn't be a problem if you give us $1,000.
Yep,
Yeah,
sorted.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
good
Let's
beauty,
check.
that's that done.
Beautiful.
Good on you, Liz. Stay on the line and old Pugu-san in Studio B will look after you. Enjoy.
Marvellous. Thank you very much.
Good on you, Liz.
No worries.
No worries.
Should
So
have got
good.
her to make us some ashtrays, Jace.
Yes.
That would have been the go.
Pugs, can you get her to make us ashtrays? Thanks, man.
Good on you, you backbone.
And fun fact, actually, Leaston there, that's where my wife's family are all from. That's fun.
That is a fun fact.
That was a weird thing when she answered the phone. I was like, God, that voice is familiar to me.
Sorry, so hang on. So you're suggesting that you know a person at a pottery club from the town my wife's family are from?
Yes. And, well, no, more that it might have been
Someone from her family.
from her family.
Right, okay.
I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions here and say she was cheating,
Yeah, no.
or you were.
No, of course not.
No.
Cheating in the comp, you mean?
Yeah.
Hey, coming up after 5, by the way, the Friday Throbber, today's theme is Run.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
It's the Hauraki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Friday's treating you well. The Friday Throbber, of course, we each choose a tune, and you, the audience, decide who the winner's going to be. You give us a call on 0800 Hauraki. First to 2 wins, fellas?
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
What's today's theme?
Today's theme is running, because we've been banging on about running for so long that we thought, why not also make it the theme of the Throbber?
It made sense, didn't it?
It did, it really did.
You know,
Can I just predict? All of us chose a song with the word "run" in the title.
I've got Run in mine.
Does yours have "run" in it, Jase?
Yes.
My one is called Run to the Hills from Iron Maiden.
There's a tune.
Here's the drums, Jase.
That is a tune, actually. I don't mind if that one wins, to be fair.
Yeah, good on you, man. We don't play enough Iron Maiden on the station.
We don't.
What did you go with, Keyzie?
I chose a song called "Run to the Hills." Run to the hills. Obviously, my version's better than Mogey's.
Oh, I mean, mine is miles better. You've gone with the loser version.
I've gone with a version that starts 5 seconds earlier than yours. Jase, if you have "Run to the Hills," that would be really fun.
That would be great.
What instead he's chosen a shitter from
An
the
absolute
National.
wounder.
I have, but it's,
What is it called?
I like it.
What's it called?
Just play it, man.
Oh, this is a tune.
I thought you would have chosen this, actually.
"Run to the Jungle."
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I do love that song.
It is a great song. But here's the thing. You decide, New Zealand. Give us a call now on 0800 Hauraki. Yes, Keyzie.
That's right, and you have to choose between Mogey's "Run to the Hills" or Keyzie's, by the way. That's how that works, if that is
Yeah.
No choice there.
Great stuff.
No
Too
brainer,
easy, eh?
Here's White Stripes.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
It's the Hauraki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Douche. The theme today, of course, running. Mogey went with this one.
Keyzie went with this one.
That's Iron Maiden, by the way, "Run to the Hills." I went with this song. That's the exact same song.
Yeah, and I went with this doozy. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great harmonica in that. CCR there, "Run to the Jungle" or "Through the Jungle"?
Where let's go to the lines and let the people decide. G'day, Ian, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, I'm pretty mad, all right.
Yeah, man.
Good on you, you mad bastard. What are you running with there, Ian?
I'm just wondering why you're farting through the news.
What? Sorry, what did you say, man? It broke up there. I couldn't hear.
Oh, I'm just wondering why you're farting through the news.
Oh, I haven't noticed it.
We're
don't know
farting through the news.
Not that I'm aware of, Ian.
Would look into it, though.
I want to farting through the news.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that's-
Oh, right,
that's very
okay,
obvious.
yeah.
What do you go for, Ben?
What do you say, mate?
Good on you,
Oh,
Jay.
good
Good
on
on you,
you,
Jay.
Jay.
There we go, man. Yeah.
Good stuff. G'day,
stuff.
Mark from Road of Vegas. How are you, mad bastard?
Yeah, not bad, eh, Hoyte? How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What are you running with there, Mark?
Ooh, she's a bit of a hard one, that one, but Iron Maiden always wins.
Oh,
Is that for old Mogey or Keyzie?
Mogey or Keyzie?
Ooh, normally Keezie's got a bit of woman sounds going on. I
Right.
have to go off Minogue.
Yeah, good on you, brother. That's
sorry.
the one, bro. we don't need to analyse it, man. Let's just move on.
Let's just move on.
Keyzie, we've got to get to the
G'day,
Throbber,
Leon,
Keyzie.
you mad bastard. How's life?
Life's good.
Yeah, good. Well, I know you don't.
What do you
necessarily-
reckon, man?
What are you running with, Leon?
She's a tight one tonight, but I'm going to have to go with...
Woody
Woody
J.
J.
There you
Yeah.
go. She's
There
all
we
over.
go. Good stuff.
Good
all
stuff,
over.
Leon. Thank you very much, mate. Can we just clarify?
You normally go with the woman music.
I have woman sounds going on.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
What the hell does that mean? Just so I can address it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can reduce it.
I just think your songs generally are quite feminine.
Yeah, it's a vibe thing.
Yeah.
I chose Iron Maiden. I guess it's a maiden,
Yeah, that's the problem, yeah.
but Mogey chose it too.
yeah, but
Speaking
my
of-
maiden's iron.
Speaking of Friday vibes, turn this baby up.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Might
What
go
a
to the toilet.
What a throbber.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Run through the jungle there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show. What made me think of that song was when you used to play the harmonica there, Mogey.
Yeah, right.
And that's what kind of triggered it for me.
Sure.
Because you were hot on that, man.
Yeah, man.
The way your mouth moved across it.
Yeah. I bet you'd look good with an organ in your mouth.
I love having an organ in my mouth, man.
Yeah, totally.
Just looking at the THROBBER scores now for 2025. Out in first place now after that huge win. Hoyte J on 6 with 2 asterisks.
Where did I get 2 from?
Well, it says here the first one was for coercing a listener and the second one was for picking a shitter with the National Live. Although, did we agree that wasn't?
That wasn't one.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
You wanted it to be desperately.
Yeah, that sounds like me. Okay, so just 1 asterisk there. Keyzie's in second place on 5 with 1 asterisk.
Good work, man.
For picking a song that didn't really fit the theme. And then Mogey's in last place on 4.
Yeah.
Fellas, I just want to bring something up regarding the THROBBER.
Do you, though? Do you?
Yeah, I think so. And a trend that I've noticed on the text machine here now is 3483, by the way. Whenever I say anything that's even vaguely like a bit of a shot across the bow at one of you two fellas, you know, lighthearted, fun.
That sort of bullying shit, eh?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is it's turned into Keyzie is bullying Mike and Jase.
I tell you what, I've noticed it too.
Yeah.
And what's happened here is Mogey, last Friday during the THROBBER, suggested that I was being a bully. Then everyone who was going to vote for my song voted for him instead I was a bully.
Yeah.
And now
they're calling you out, man.
And I think that Mogey should get an asterisk next to his 4 for setting up the situation where people stopped voting for me.
Is this a safe space, Jase? Can I ask you that? Jase, can I just ask you, is this a safe space?
I don't know.
Because I'm feeling bullied again.
Can I just say, when you wore that pink shirt the other day...
anti-bully day.
Yeah, I went, what a sham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like...
Can I say the wolf in sheep's clothing?
Thank you, Mogey. Yes, you can. You can. Actually, can I vote that we give Keyzie another asterisk?
I think that's fair, man.
Because, you know, it's just not on that sort of stuff.
I tell you what I'm prepared to do. Text through on 3483 if you think Keyzie should have another asterisk for bullying. And we'll just let them decide.
Yeah, that always goes well.
Because it feels like in the room it's hard to tell because we're in here and it's such a high-pressure environment.
Totally,
but maybe
man.
the people sitting on the outside have got a better idea of what's going on. Because sometimes I just feel like maybe I'm being gaslit and sometimes I blame myself.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's my fault, man.
Well, I mean, I went into Studio B yesterday and Pugs was in tears.
Oh man, that's hard.
It was something to do with, you know, Keyzie had demanded a sting be made and he was under the gun and, you know, and he just went batshit crazy at Pug's son.
I saw him throw a bowl of cashews against the wall.
Against the wall, yeah. It's always the go-to. Well, look, sorry, I just thought I'd bring it up, fellas. I think we just put that whole thing to bed.
I'm glad you did.
And we'll just move on.
Here's the Pixies.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Green Day there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time is 25 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, great news, Keyzie. I may have a job for you, but what you're going to have to do rather than go in for the audition is make a self-tape.
Well, hang on. What the hell's the job?
Well,
that's a good question.
It's
like a commercial or something.
Yeah, it's a commercial.
Right. Okay. Okay. And it's a self-tape. Why can't I go in and do an audition?
It's becoming the thing these days. Actually, it's becoming more and more popular.
Right.
Where people have to do a self-tape.
Eyes to the front. Right. Okay.
Eyes to the front, Mogey. Far out.
So what's a self-tape? So you have to film
yourself rather than go in and do the audition.
So what they have is it really kicked off with COVID, didn't it, Jase? It used to be a little bit before that, but mostly you would go into the room. But now it's a lot of self-tapes. It allows them to see more people, and then they limit the amount of quality. They only have the best of the bunch that come into the room, so they're not wasting their time with the deadbeat sort of stuff. Which is true, but that used to be the case. But now most people do self-tapes. So it means that you have to set up a little area at home.
Okay, like your bedroom or something like that.
Yeah, you need like a white background. So normally you hang up a sheet.
I have to hang a sheet up. Okay.
Hang a sheet up.
I do mine against the pantry.
Oh, the pantry's good.
Yeah, which is kind of annoying. It's really tight in there.
What colour is your pantry?
Isn't it
white?
Bay leaf?
Oh,
it's white.
No, my pantry's white.
Nice. And then you have to obviously set your camera up, so you need a tripod. and you'll also need a ring light. Have you got a ring light?
What is a ring light? Is it what I think it is?
A ring light, it's you have a holder for your iPhone, so that it sits right in the middle of a round
big round
light.
ring. Oh,
that casts light at you and makes you look a bit less washed out. That's the intention, at least. And then you're staring straight at the light and you're staring straight at the camera.
Okay, and then I just sort of act.
And then you do all your acting.
Yeah.
But without having to have any direction at all from anybody that can help you with your performance.
Right. So I'm just sort of interpreting what I think they might want.
Yeah, just going in blind, really.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like
it's a lottery.
Right.
It's a lottery, and your lottery ticket has been through the wash, and you've got it out of the back pocket, and you're trying to unpick it to see
if you get the numbers.
Well, you're not really selling it to me.
Yeah.
I guess it's going to come down to what the ad is about, right? Because I feel like it's quite not humiliating because it's just me there doing it, but it's quite a very self-conscious.
That's what you think. You think it would be less humiliating if it's just you there. I find it's actually more humiliating.
Yes,
because your performance is so bad. And I'm speaking for myself.
Right. So, like, you can never nail it. It's always just terrible.
I find it's an art form in and of itself.
Well, you guys know what I'm like with technology, so it's a nightmare for me too in terms of filming one properly and stuff. And I'll be honest with you, the last one that I actually did, I accidentally sent in my sex tape instead.
That's because his audition was so bad. He thought, well, I might as well let them see something sweet.
Yeah. Well, I got the part. Let's just put it that way. But
is that how you got Dog Squad? I don't even know what that means.
I sent them my sex tape
and
to
then
Dog
drama.
Squad. But then drama. That was close.
Nearly.
So I guess it just comes down to what the commercial is, really. Because if I have to film it, like, I'm already quite self-conscious about doing it. I don't know, in a weird way. No one else is there.
It's just cottage cheese.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean, just cottage cheese?
It's about cottage cheese.
You know cottage cheese?
No, I know what cottage cheese is.
High protein cheese.
It's high protein. It's good. Yeah. So what am I doing with it?
Well, I'll send you the audition piece and you can see.
So am I just eating some cottage cheese?
With chives.
With chives.
Yeah. Spooning it in. You can't get enough of it, sort of thing.
Right. How much do I have to eat?
It ends up all over your face and stuff because you're such a pig.
Right. Okay.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Audio slave there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Of course, a bit of rugby action over the weekend. With that in mind, we've got Mike Lane on the line. G'day, Mike. How's life?
G'day, fellas. How's the training going?
we don't need to train, man.
Yeah, we did our first one this afternoon, Mike. We did our first one this afternoon.
Excellent. How'd the crayfish legs hold up?
Well, look, it's not good. I think the problem is you're bringing up the legs. The issue is that the legs are attached to a back, and the back is no good. So he's got a no good back. I've got some kind of a hairline fracture in under my big toe of my right foot, which is right where you land. So we've decided that training is not for us, man, and we're just going to have a go on the day and see what happens.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But what I do want you to know, Mike, is that we have accepted the bet. All right?
Okay, well, I don't even know what the bet is.
We have to work both ends of the day if you lose.
That's a win-win for me.
Yeah, well,
you got to go in.
You've got to come in there, be a guest on both shows.
No, this is BS. I want G-Lane. You'd have to cover breakfast with Jerry and I, and also help with our show as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Just going to think. The coin would do it, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Just on that, let's get into G-Lane via coin.
ACC head G-Lane versus a coin.
That's right. That's where we put G-Lane, the head of the ACC, and gambling guru and sicko and degenerate, up against a coin. The coin is tossed. It's up. It's in regards to the Super Rugby. G-Lane chooses, the coin so-called chooses, and then we see who's won the most by the end of the year, and the winner runs the ACC for the following year. You've pulled ahead, Lane. I mean, an unassailable lead. you're up 36-25 as we head into round 15, where there's only 4 games.
That's right. So, G-Lane, we're going to start with tonight's game. Big one. The Crusaders are hosting the Highlanders, Battle of the South. That's tonight, 7:05 p.m. on both iHeartRadio and the ACC. We'll be commentating that on Radio Hauraki as well. What's your prediction?
Yeah, it's known as the Battle of Waimate, and that's definitely going to be the Crusaders.
Here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
Heads Crusaders, tails Highlanders.
It's taking a while. It's just doing that spin thing. Crusaders from the coin.
Okay, Crusaders, coin, and G-Lane. Later on tonight at 9:35, the Reds from Queensland are hosting the Hurricanes.
Ooh.
This is an interesting one. This is the toughest one of the round. I'm going to go for the Reds.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, hopefully
Canes.
it's tails Canes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Yes.
definitely bet the Canes in that one. No
yeah.
question. Yeah, totally.
They played absolutely.
Yeah, they did,
last
and
week.
that's why they'll be back this week, mate.
Going hard.
Yeah. Hey, huge game tomorrow night, actually, 7:05 p.m. Also on iHeartRadio and Radio Hauraki, the ACC commentating. It is Chiefs Mana hosting Moana Pacifica.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to give this one just due to the hometown advantage to Chiefs Mana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chiefs
fair
Mana,
enough,
of course.
fair enough.
You
Here we
went
go.
against them and they punished you. So,
Moana here.
Hey.
G-Lane, just quickly, how great is it that the Chiefs, they have had to name a full-strength lineup to take on Moana Pacifica? That's great, right?
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it's the only team that the New Zealand team, Moana haven't beaten this year. So that was their goal at the start of the year. They had 2 goals. That was for teams not to name a B team and to beat every New Zealand team, and they've just about achieved that.
Hell yeah.
How good.
So
I didn't realise that.
Did we get Moana?
Yes.
We did, yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
sorry, did the coin get it?
The coin, yeah.
9:35 tomorrow night, the Western Force are hosting the Waratahs. No one gives a shit.
Yeah,
but,
TDS. Won't be
what's-
watching that.
What's your prediction?
What is it? Force versus
Tars.
the Tars.
Force hosting the Tars.
I'm going to go Force at
Good on
home.
you.
All right, heads, Force, tails, Tars.
Dropped on the
It's
floor.
on the floor.
Tars.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
Tars.
okay, good.
Okay, we're only agreeing on the Crusaders. That's
Yeah,
That's
bloody
right.
beautiful. I like that.
Okay.
All right, Lane. We'll speak to you on the Monday, see how you go. In the meantime, get out.
Yeah, go ice your hammies.
How did he know about that?
Actually, I do need to have a chunder.
Black Sabbath, Iron Man. This is a tune, fellas.
This is.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, you got to love a bit of David Bowie on a Friday night,
Love
eh,
it.
fellas?
So good.
Oh, man. Hey, fellas, you'll remember about 10 years ago on the show, I had some issues with a rubbish truck over the road that turns up in the wee small hours of Saturday morning.
Yes.
And it went on for 3 months or so, 3 or 4 months on and off with me ringing up. So what would happen is the rubbish truck would turn up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, would wheel out a glass recycling bin from the apartment building across the road, put it in the back of the truck, smash it all on the back of the truck, and then wheel the wheelie bin. You know the noise that a wheelie bin makes, and then go back in there, and then he'd go about his business. So then every Monday I'd ring up the business there and I'd have a word, and they go, sorry, we'll sort that out. And then the following weekend it would happen.
Same thing
Then the
happened
next
again.
weekend it wouldn't.
Very bizarre.
On and off, on and off. Eventually getting it sorted, which was great. But he's back, man.
Oh, God.
He's back. So I'm not sure whether they've got a new driver, but he's been doing it for the last month, and I kept on forgetting to do anything about it. But I rang up again. But what he's doing now is, maybe it is a different driver. What he's doing now is he's parking around the corner.
Right.
So he's parking
Closer
around the
or
corner further away.
Okay.
So he's thinking that the issue is the smashing in the back of the truck. So now where there used to be a 50-metre walk with a glass rattling wheelie bin.
So it's the wrong thing he's addressed.
Well, both of them are an issue.
Yeah.
But now he's just increased the walk. So it's now 150 metres of walking with glass rattling, followed by smashing, which I can still distinctly hear.
Right.
Yes.
Followed by 150 metres back the other way. So I've called them up. They said they're going to deal with it. But tonight's the night, man. Tonight's the night. We're going to find out.
What time is it?
And
Did
I-
you say
You should
5
set
a.m.?
some cameras up.
No, 2 and 3. It's
In the morning?
It's
in the morning.
insane.
It is an absolute insanity. But I get what it is, because what he's got is he's got a run that he does, right?
Yes.
So it'll be A, B, C, D, all the way through to X are all the pickups that he's got to do, and they'll all be in a line. And this will be the outlier. This will be the outlier. And so what he's having to do is come back at 7 in the morning to empty it, and that is just buggering up his entire day.
Yes.
And I get that, because I would have thought he'd be doing commercial properties. I don't know how.
We need to get this guy on the phone.
This guy's a weapon. I know. I wonder if he could. I could go out and have a chat to him and see if he'll jump on the phone. Just see, we just want to get you on the radio and just see what's going through your head.
I reckon he'd accept that.
Because I can tell you what's going through mine.
But I can totally see his point of view. And if I was doing what he was doing, I'd probably do the same thing. Because you think, it'll be sweet. People don't. And to be fair, my wife doesn't wake up. She's closer to him than I am.
Crash and dump and just move on.
Yeah, bugger it. And off you go. Anyway, so I'll let you know if I turn up on Monday with a black eye.
You know what you should do? I'm going to fix it for you, man.
Oh, yes, good.
You know what you do is when you get home tonight, you get that wheelie bin, you wheel it the 150 metres to the curb where it's there ready to go for him.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You leave a little card there saying from old Mogey.
And then what do we do with the smashing sound?
You get in there with a hammer and smash them all.
Yeah, and what about the returning it back?
I don't know, Mogey, man. God.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive bat.
You massive bat.
What's a bat? Oh my God.
Like the flying thing, Jase. Hey, the Big Show's brought to you by Reburger, by the way.
I just got distracted because I was watching Pugson pounding a beer in Studio B and it made me just lose my track for a second.
Well, at least we're watching him pound a beer for once.
I love watching him pound beers.
Yeah.
Well,
Am I right?
That makes it sound like it's the animal.
Or...
Look, he's... Oh, dearie me. Now, listen, in the podcast outro today, we talked about our first training session that we had for the 4x100 relay.
That's right. Here's a little snippet. It comes out at 7:30 tonight. Search Hauraki Big Show, wherever you get your poddies from. This is entitled Strap.
One thing that's occurred to me is I'm going to have to strap up for the actual sprint itself because I don't want that flopping all over the place and causing drag.
Oh, your massive penis.
It's funny because I watched that footage of you the last time you did it on Moon or whatever it was, TV.
Yes.
There was no discernible bulge at all.
So,
old hoodie. So have you had implants since then, man? Is that what's going on?
Well, I've had a reduction, since then.
A reduction?
Well...
A penis reduction.
These bloody back issues I keep having all the time.
Are you stoked with yourself? Do you go home and go, yeah, shot Hoyte J. I talked about how big my dong was 4 times today.
Totally, man.
Here's AC/DC up next, by the way. Jase, I need your help with something, okay?
Sure, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Smashing Pumpkins there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday evening. Good news, Mogey. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but I put in an application to join a golf club.
Yeah.
Because I'm big into golf now.
You love it, don't you?
And I've just been sent an email from said golf club saying that they accept my application and I am now a fully fledged member.
Huge
I'm
member.
Stoked.
Yeah,
Loving it.
Yeah.
There's no downside to that, man.
There is no downside.
It's up, up, up.
Can I just also
What's that, Keyzie?
Sorry, fellas. Hey, Keyzie here. Hope you're well. I was actually the one that was like, hey, we should join this club, right? And then Jase was like, oh, yeah, how do you do that? And I was it wasn't working. And so I was like, we'll do it on the computer here,
Fixed
man.
it for
We'll
him?
get it. Yeah, I fixed it for him.
He fixed it for me, Mogey.
Fix it, Keyzie.
Got his application all sorted. I had already submitted the day before. He submitted, same golf club, and he's had an email back and I haven't.
Yeah.
We joined a waiting list and he's had an email back. I haven't been contacted at all. So they've accepted Jase
Yeah.
and not me.
Yeah.
Can you please, and I've asked him this off air, I said, can you please reply to that email and just say, hey,
Put in a good word.
what about my mate Chris, who also applied, who I play with most days?
Yeah. Is it form-based or do they take your card into account? They've seen you out there with your snapped driver and all that?
No,
and Jeff
I
and
don't
that?
think so. No, and when I talked to the lady, she was like, oh, we'd like to have some more young people at the club.
Yeah, that's why they signed me up, I think. But listen, Keyzie, no, I won't do that.
Why not? It's one email.
Purely for the reason that I don't want to jeopardise my membership
But
here.
you're already accepted.
Well, yeah, but I'm just worried if I put your name in the mix, it's just going to dirty the waters.
The other thing is that it's not fair to everybody else that's submitted for membership.
Yes.
What?
You know, why should you jump the queue?
Yeah,
I was
totally,
ahead
man.
of him in the queue.
Totally,
Well,
that's right,
that doesn't ring true at all. Because if that's the case, then how has Jase been accepted?
Exactly.
Well, he's clearly pulled some sort of I'm on the radio maneuver to try and get in there, or he's.
I mean, I did mention to Tracy that I
don't use her real name to show that you're on first name terms with her.
We had a good little chitty chat the last time I played, actually, Mogey, and said, if you nudge, if you could move that along for old Hoyte J, that'd be great. And she also gave me a discount on my cart too, so that was good.
Can you please just reply and say, hey, Keyzie, I play with him all the time.
Wouldn't it feel better if you earned it, man?
Yeah, totally. I just feel like, as I say, I don't want to dirty the waters putting your name in the mix.
Yeah, right. Well,
are you keen on...
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Well, I had a game about 4 months ago.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not going to use it.
That's
but it's just nice to know that it's there.
Oh, well, I'll put you in my reply for sure.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah,
Mogey,
cool. Huh? When you're accepted, could you put in a good word for me, man?
I just don't want to muddy the waters.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
The Killers there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Now, out of the goodness of our hearts, we've decided to give out free advice to those people that are struggling out there in the world with Meet Paddy Nip 69.
Paddy Nip 69
at gmail.com. Get in touch with the fellas. It is a real email address, meetpaddynips69 at gmail.com. Reach out with anything. It is 100% anonymous unless you don't want it to be. Also, we've had confirmation from now on, if we read your advice question, you will get a $50 Reburger voucher. Along with your life sorted for you.
How good, man. How good.
What a win.
I mean, even if our advice is really terrible, they still win.
That's right.
G'day, fellas. Anonymous here. This coming weekend, I'm participating in the Hawke's Bay Marathon, and I was wondering if you guys would have any advice on how not to do a Keyzie steamer in my shorts mid-run. It's called runner's bum, I think. I've heard of that. Yeah. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my family and friends, and I guess all the women there as well. I know that Hoyte J and Mogey are known for their ultramarathons in their past lives, so they might have some hot tips on the run itself, and maybe Keyzie might know how to keep that steamer in. Thanks, fellas. I'll be also listening to you guys during the run, so I'd appreciate if you all made an effort on the show this week. Love you. Cheers.
Too late.
There's been some famous occasions, haven't there, in the old marathons where people have shat themselves.
It's a real thing. I don't know why.
Oh, totally. Well, because the body is so exhausted, you lose control of your faculties.
Wouldn't you just it depends, because I'm such a, it's
well, then there's also the issue is not so much that you're losing control. The issue is that you need to go to the toilet, but you can't stop to lose the race.
That's right.
So you need to take a dump, so you just shit your pants. It's an act of deliberate self-sabotage.
Yes. I've shat myself in marathons, and it's fine.
I was the same. I watched the Topor marathon. I shat myself.
Yes.
Yeah, well, actually, I shat myself.
Just watching.
Yeah, while watching
at the pub that time. Yeah.
I was doing a Harry Potter marathon.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Yeah, all 7 of the movies.
Yeah.
I shat myself, yeah. So what's the advice here?
Is there 7 Harry Potter movies?
Sorry, 8.
You know...
7 books, 8 movies.
You know the old, the running leotard that they wear now?
Yeah.
That, it used to be, of course, you remember this, Jase.
Yes.
That didn't used to be the norm, because that's a onesie now that they're effectively running in. And it used to be, you'd have your joggers short, and you'd have a singlet on. But that's gone now, and that was because, I think it sort of was something that we started, Jase, but that was where we'd do a steamer in our hand, and then put it in our opposition shorts. So we'd shat other people's pants. So then they started wearing the onesies so that you couldn't do that. Yes. And after that, I never won a race.
And did that help you in some way?
Well, they didn't like it that they had somebody else's shat in their pants.
Totally, I get that. But you'd have to slow down, poo into your own hand, then run after
somebody. No, you had it ready to go.
Yeah. What I used to love too.
I would put it in a little squeezy bottle, and then you could just squeeze it.
Like a mayo bottle.
I was going to say, Mogey, that back in the day when I used to wear the mesh shorts, with the mesh in there, and it would just be cradled in there throughout the run, and then at the end of the day, you'd reverse them out and then it was like Play-Doh. You'd squeeze them out through the mesh.
And so what's the advantage of that?
Well, I'm just saying this guy obviously feels afraid of it happening.
He thinks it's bad.
It's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just how it is.
Why don't you just run with a pair of Huggies on or something?
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
Just don't worry about
it. All part of being a champion.
It is.
A backbone.
Well, there you go.
You know what says backbone more than running a marathon?
A marathon.
And you're running so hardcore that when you cross the line, there's shat all down your legs and the crowd's already gone home because you're so slow.
Yeah, it's great.
That is winner shit.
Well, congratulations, Anonymous. You've got yourself some great advice and also a $50 Reburger voucher.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Bon Jovi there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday evening. Now listen up, people. We still have a chance for you to go to Sydney with a mate and see Oasis live in concert, don't we, fellas?
Fellas?
Certainly do, fellas. They're playing in November. Hoyte J has already paid for a bloke named Nathan to head over there with a mate, accommodation and flights included. The Breakfast Show
Wasn't
have joined
cheap
in.
too, by the way, fellas. Was not cheap.
Nah, $4,000 it was in the end. The Breakfast Show have come along and have also offered up a similar situation, except for they don't have to pay for any of it. Classic.
Right. Yeah,
just us.
Typical.
The way it works is if you hear Wonderwall played in full and you call 0800 Hauraki, if you get through first, you instantly win those tickets to the gig, flights and a hotel. At the start of the show, fellas came in here after Prebz had been in. Or was it Prebz that was on before us?
It's hard to know.
Yes, it was Prebz. Yes.
And Champagne Supernova had played. And the phone lines were lighting up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people, they know it's Oasis.
They do.
And they think, I'm pretty sure this isn't Wonderwall, but I'll call anyway.
There was a bunch of texts as well saying, Wonderwall played before, but I couldn't get through, so on and so forth. It's like, no, it's not.
It was Champagne Supernova, but I can see how you've done that. Hey, guys, so just checking before we make it official, I proposed that Mogey, in the Throbber earlier today, Mogey should have an asterisk because last week he started a made-up yarn about how I bullied him, and then two people that phoned through changed their votes to not vote for me, and then he ended up winning.
No, I did.
Oh, you?
No, to be fair, it was the bullying of Jase about his song from memory. Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
shocking.
because you were telling me how terrible my song was.
Right, so I was bullying Jase.
It was for the National. You were bullying him about his choice, the National song.
Yes.
But so were you, though.
No, I was saying it was a beautiful song.
Yeah, he actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, we can get the tapes, Keyzie.
Yeah, but regardless,
but anyway,
you were bullying everyone.
But you decided to put it to the text machine. Should Keyzie be given an extra asterisk for bullying?
For more bullying. That was the point, Keyzie. Recidivist.
But the problem with whenever you guys put things like this to the text machine is texts like this come in. Keyzie, you're such a prick. Cut it out, champ. It's not on.
Look, I don't like the wording there.
No, neither
but
do
the
I.
sentiment is spot on.
Yeah, it is.
I like the cut it out, champ. It's not on.
Yeah, cut it out, champ's
I don't
fine.
think
I
we
don't
need
like the prick. No, that's too much.
Well, what about this one?
Give him an asterisk.
I know a few blokes if you want me to get Keyzie taken out.
Yeah.
Now, I assume that's
smashed over.
Yeah.
We don't need anyone for that.
No, we don't want
on.
that sort of.
That falls in the bullying area.
Yeah, totally.
But it's the fun part of bullying. So
And
you
I-
wouldn't outsource that.
Yeah, and I'd do that myself.
Yes.
Keyzie needs a smack around the ear. See, this is the problem.
A
Is
thick ear sort of styles.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's sort of like,
But there's like discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
your parents used to.
Yeah.
I'm sure your dad gave you a clip across the ear every now and
couple
then.
of deduges every now and then just to get you on the straight and narrow,
it
Keyzie.
was actually my mum that used to.
Yeah.
That's often
Yeah.
the way as well, yeah.
Did you guys, your parents ever like grab you by the ear and twist it?
My dad's dead.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about, fellas.
That's how we do it.
Friday, done and dusted. Mogey,
Yeah, man.
what did you learn today?
Nothing, man. But I'll tell you what I'm doing this weekend. I've got two of my sister-in-laws are here.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to go and see a comedian tonight, a Palestinian comedian, Moamir, something like that. He's got a TV show on Netflix. Very funny.
Oh, the guy with the
Moamir.
beard?
Yes, that's him.
That show's really funny.
It's very good.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he was in New Zealand.
Apparently
That's
he's huge. The tickets were $90,
Ouch!
which I was quietly shocked by.
At least, like, he is
He's
very,
very funny.
very good.
Oh, yeah.
Where's he
absolutely.
playing?
I'm happy paying for comedy. I don't know because my sisters organised it.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'll be doing that. Got to help a mate move into his house over the weekend, so that'll be good
no,
times.
you
Followed
didn't
by
volunteer.
Then what? Yeah, you always volunteer.
Oh, no.
You got to do it, mate. You got to be a backbone. And then watch the Wars.
Oh, yeah,
After
Sunday.
that, Sunday
Yeah,
Arvo.
yeah.
6
And I might
PM.
actually watch the Auckland Football Club, if that's what they're called,
AFC.
tomorrow night, given it's the final.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair
I
enough.
tell you what, if AFC, win the Premiership plate like they've done, first season and then win the final of the A-League, that is...
Not bad, is it?
Pretty good effort.
Not bad.
The Phoenix must be like, what? What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you, that's why I stayed away from them, because I supported the Phoenix for so long, and I was like, honestly, the reason I stopped supporting the Phoenix was because I already had 2 losers in my life, the Black Caps and the Warriors. I didn't have room to then take on a football team that also sucked as well.
Yeah.
So I got rid of them.
Yeah.
And now they've sort of come good, the other two, haven't they? And now the AFC. So there you go. If we win tomorrow night, I might jump on the bandwagon.
Good stuff, mate.
What about you, Keyzie? What are you up to this weekend, brother?
Well, actually, just quickly, I did learn something.
Oh.
I learned that I can sprint 100 metres.
Oh.
But I also learned that I am nowhere near as fast anymore as I have in my head.
Yes.
I thought I could run maybe a little bit slower than back in the day, but I can't. Still okay.
Yeah.
But felt very, very slow. This weekend, I'm about to actually hop on a plane, fly down to Christchurch. Got an engagement party on the Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well,
Good
no, it's not
times.
mine. I'm already married.
That's awesome.
No.
Another one.
Aren't you married?
And you've already got a fiance? Man, you're a shocker.
Yeah, I've decided to have 3 partners. So heading down to Christchurch, and I'm also playing golf tomorrow with the father-in-law too. So
Yeah, I'm jealous of that, actually. Nice course?
Really nice course, nice and flat, Jase.
Oh.
So good.
I tell you what I learned, fellas, today.
Yes.
That old Pugsan is a 6'2" athletic machine.
Yeah, man.
He's going to be our secret weapon, isn't he?
He is beast mode.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way of putting it.
Isn't he the bullet?
He is the bullet. I was shocked.
Yeah.
In a really good way. And far out, man.
Speechless.
I was. It was amazing.
Good stuff, fellas. Well, look, all I can say
do you
is...
want to know what I'm doing for my weekend?
Oh, we're out of time.
We're kind of out of time, Jason.
Oh,
Just
we
wrap,
really are.
we're going to go to a driving range with my wife, and then
we definitely haven't got time for this.
Shuttle sprints on the Saturday afternoon just to get my sort of stuff in form, and probably go to the gym actually. And
Jace, can you do the thing where you
one
say,
of the things I have to say, we're going to sand the French doors.
Hey,
Mogey.
thanks for listening to the show. We'll be back 4 p.m. Monday. In the meantime, check out our Instagram account and also listen to our podcast, Hauraki Big Show. See ya.
And we have to, get some proper paint that's going to match.